How y'all doing? My name's Ruben, and I'm with 5 Minute Warning. I appreciate the fact that you've downloaded our episode today. But of course, just to let you know, we are live on Sundays, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and you can join and talk with us and everything. You can check us out on Twitch. You can check us out on YouTube. Just put in 5 Minute Warning and join us live on the show every Sunday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And thank you for downloading this episode, and we'll talk to you soon.
The following program is rated NAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
This week on the 5 Minute Warning.
I talked about this before. I ain't never met a chick that thought she had mediocre pussy.
That gives you everything and nothing at all. That's everywhere you don't want to be. It's Ruben, Mo B, and on the ones and twos, AG.
The 5 Minute Warning.
5 Minute Warning. Of course, as always, it's your man, Ruben, here to help guide you in the world that we live in. I ain't got nobody. I'm just giving a whole bunch of opinion. But hey, it is what it is. And of course, with me is my cousin AG.
What's happening, y'all? How you doing?
And the man with a plan, the guy who tells it like it is all the time, my boy Mo B.
What's going on?
Oh, I got a little different camera shot this time. Coming from the top. I see it. Nice. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's weekend? Good, and different?
Pretty good.
What about you, Mo B? You good? Oh, Mo B. Oh,
yeah, I'm good. I'm just trying to adjust my camera.
It's all good. So, man, I mean, it was a crazy weekend. We'll get into a couple brief things, and then we'll get into the highlight of our show. So, AG, man, first of all, we had this thing called the NCAA Winners Tournament this weekend.
Pretty good. It was impressive.
And yep, I did not watch the game today, but shout out to UCLA. Congratulations on their first women's title ever in school history. But let's just be real. The championship was on Friday at least for South Carolina, it was on Friday because they did the work on UConn, but that's not what we're here to talk about. Bruh, is it me or did Gino Auriemma was the absolute typical old dude after the game was over because his team got their ass kicked?
Well, let's call it what it is. He was a typical old white guy that got beat by atypical, in a good way, black woman. Let's call it what it is.
Yeah.
If you're going to call it what it is, say everything.
Yep. So I mean, like... And so I'm going to be that guy. And as much as I appreciate the apology, bro, you did it today.
Was it an apology? That wasn't an apology.
No.
He had a statement. He read a statement.
He did a statement.
Apology.
Whatever the hell that was.
UConn prepared a statement on his behalf that they said was from him. They said recruits were backing out. So UConn prepared a statement on his behalf.
Well, I mean, because
remember after the press conference, Gino said he had nothing to apologize for.
Yeah, he was strict old white dude on that.
I mean, it's the problem when
he was angry about stuff that never even happened.
It's the problem when so many people are okay with white people being accomplices. I mean, being allies.
Yeah,
Gino used to come off as an ally, and this is what happens with allies when shit gets tough. He turned into the old white man that was bitter.
He sure did. And on top of that, man,
and honestly, he turned into a bitch. And it's not the first time he's done that.
That's really what I was about to say.
But before the press conference even happened, like before the whole third quarter thing happened, like we were watching the game and I was talking to my wife and I was like, I don't really like Gino. I don't like his get down because every time shit goes bad, he's like this. And I'm like, yo, this is no shade to him because he had to be a good coach to have it happen. But there was about a 25-year run in which all he had to do was roll the ball out there. He used to have all the talent went to one or two schools, Tennessee or UConn.
Yep.
And now that the playing field has spread out a little bit more, it seems like he's been struggling. And I'm not saying he's not a good coach. I'm just saying, you know, it ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
Nice.
I can always count on you, sir. I can always count on you.
But here's the thing, man. Like, so, one, yes, he is definitely a typical old white guy because he got his ass kicked and his team got his ass kicked. But I'm gonna take it from a different angle, right? Was he wrong? Hell yeah, he was wrong. But you know who I'm going to throw some blame at that nobody really has, and it's probably foul, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Yo, man, how about the fucking Big East Conference, bro? Like, they basically sleepwalk through conference play. And see, and the reason why I say that is because then you have Dan Hurley talking, and the men's side was like, yo, man, Big East play is so tough. By the time we get into the NCAA tournament, we're looking at teams who don't play the season, the type of game we play, right? And they're just like, I love being in the NCAA tournament because when we play in the Big East, I mean, shit, it's a you never know, especially with St. John's now creeping up and deciding to do some work, you know, and stuff like that. So I'm gonna blame the conference because I feel like they adequately have not prepared UConn for this.
Can I ask you a question though? What conference could have prepared them for this?
Well, hold on for a second. I'm about to tell you. Because as I'm watching it, it makes sense. The SEC is physical, at least in women's basketball. And men, yeah, but not like in women's basketball. Women's basketball is super physical. I mean, Texas won the tournament, right? South Carolina won the regular season championship. But see, the SEC is super physical, is super tough. And basically what happened was, I mean, what they ran into Friday was a whole bunch of SEC tough physical play, because when they played South Carolina before, it was in UConn. It was in Connecticut. And so you're not going to necessarily get the physical calls that you're going to get. And I mean, they pissed off Sarah Strong so much, she ripped her own damn jersey. Like, I mean, yeah, she's getting physically hit. She's not used to that shit. And then they're used to being up so far ahead that never comes into play. So they couldn't shoot. The physical, just UConn came out being physical and was just like, what? This ain't nothing. And that's why I think they messed up. They did not play their game. They tried to play South Carolina's game. And South Carolina was like, oh, we here for that? Let's go. And it was downhill from there. But I'm getting a side eye from OB. So it seems like he has something to disagree with me on.
It's not about disagreeing. I just love how we always play the whole revisionist history game. Truth of the matter is they run 54 games in a row, and they weren't playing all cupcakes. Like, they just happened to they just had one of their worst shooting days at the worst possible time against a team that was going to be pressuring you. And here's the thing. South Carolina played the same type of game against them that they played against UCLA today. The difference is UCLA was making shots.
Correct. And I'm not gonna say
a lot of what we're talking about is UConn played a really bad game. Now, you're right. South Carolina, the SEC has multiple teams that play super physical. It's just a style of play. And
yeah.
I wouldn't say the Big East does them a disservice by not preparing them. I would say if you drop UConn in most conferences, they're going to run through it, except for maybe the SEC. And we're talking about 3 other teams in the SEC. They pretty much would roll through everybody else too. And it just so happens the SEC has 3,562 teams in it now because of all the expansion.
Well, I mean, as much as I agree with you definitely on that. I guess the other thing is like, I mean, and I'll say it, like, yo, man, did they have a close game in the Big East?
No,
Like,
no, they didn't. They only had no, they did not in the Big East. I think
it was an out of conference game.
Michigan was the only team that they beat by single digits. But once again, like, you're blaming them or blaming the conference. You're blaming other people because the other people hadn't been good enough to push them. What do you want them to do? Because they didn't play a cupcake schedule. Like they played the Michigan. They played quality opponents in other conferences.
Well,
they just happened to be beating the shit out of them. And like as much as I'd love to just shit on Gino right now, I can't shit on the team and just be like, I can't pretend that 54 wins in a row didn't happen.
No, I agree with you. I guess more what I'm saying is like their schedule's the same every year. They play Tennessee, now they play South Carolina. You know, they play the like I get it, right?
Basically you just said they play all the traditional power teams.
Well, the traditional. Well, Michigan. I mean, I don't know if Michigan's a power female basketball team. I mean, they're okay. I'm not gonna sit here and say they're like top 10, but what I am gonna say is, I mean, they didn't play UCLA. They didn't play Texas.
You can't play everybody.
But all I'm saying is
you're just nitpicking right now. You basically look. This ain't Seth Green. This ain't Virginia Tech days where they played like the cupcake schedule of all cupcake schedules. Like they played quality people. They played
a couple quality people. Yes.
How many out of conference games do you think they get, dog? Like I'm just how many out of conference games do you think you get?
Fair.
I'm just saying, you know, it's almost like the Roy Jones Jr. line, man. It's not that they ain't play nobody; they just made everybody look like nobody.
That's true, because Roy Jones Jr. did fuck people up, and it didn't look like he played anybody, but he fought anybody. But he ended up fighting a lot of people. He just made them look bad.
I mean, because like the same thing that you're gonna say about like UConn and what exposed them. I was saying before this national championship game, I said it in the Final Four game when they were playing UConn. I was like, this is not the best South Carolina team. You know why it's not the best South Carolina team? The best South Carolina team I saw happened a couple years ago when they had Pow Pow. You know why? Because she could shoot.
Yeah.
And
definitely.
South Carolina never has anybody that can shoot. They got a whole bunch of great athletes. They play great defense. But if you you didn't watch the game, but the game today, UCLA basically just said, hey, y'all can shoot them jumpers. We're going to just, all five of us are going to stand in the paint and we're going to, you know what? We know none of y'all motherfuckers can shoot. And poor Tessa was out there just playing by herself.
She's the only one who can shoot.
Well, she's not a great shooter, but I mean, she's the only one that can create a shot.
Yeah. So,
and the thing, and this is not an indictment on them, like, because my wife was like, hey, why don't they have shooters? It seems like they would be able to recruit shooters. And I'm like, a lot of shooters don't necessarily want to go play for Dawn in the way that she wants to play. And I was like, because it takes a lot of energy on defense to play the way she wants to play.
Yeah.
And you can't play with all that energy and then have legs to shoot. Like a lot of shooters are like, hey man, I'm good on that. Like we talk about Steph Curry and how much running around he does on offense. We don't never talk about him doing a lot of running on defense. Because it's at some point in time, it's like, hey buddy, I can't be running all the time.
I mean, Steph didn't get drafted for his defensive prowess.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But
yeah,
South Carolina was really, really dangerous when Pow Pow transferred there and played the year when they won the championship, because it was like, if you just got one of them, if you just got one person out there that you're just like, oh shit, we can't leave her alone because we know she can shoot, it opens everything up. Basically, UCLA was just like, y'all can take any jumper you want. you, and you can shoot all the jumpers you want because you
And
know
none of y'all get a
we don't believe any of you can make them.
Hey,
And
I mean,
today they didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, look, if South Carolina would have had their best shooting performance today, they probably would have blew UCLA out because they got all types of open looks. They did blow a lot of layups too, but I should say blow a lot of layups. But I mean, UCLA is kind of big, so you are shooting layups over a 6'7" giant and another 6'4".
Wait a minute. I got to push back on you. They missed a lot of open layups too. They did.
They didn't miss open layups, but they did miss some contested ones too. And once they start missing a few, it was over with.
Yeah. So I do want to. This is what, like I do, you know. I'm gonna say my bad because Moby be right. So I'm gonna give him the man his flowers. The closest game that UConn had all year was Michigan by 3 points. Everybody else was a fucking blowout. And as far as who they played, I mean, the first game of the season, they won by 13. That was against Louisville. Then there's the Florida State. I mean, Ohio State, Utah. USC was ranked when they played and beat the shit out of them. Iowa, they beat the shit out of them. They played a Big East schedule. They did play Tennessee.
You're saying all the names of the women's schools that are typically good. So, like, what I'm saying is they didn't play a soft schedule.
But I was also incorrect because I thought they played South Carolina. They did not.
No, they didn't.
So, but yeah, the toughest team they played was Michigan. So I will give you your props on that. Like, but I will say, I mean, I think it's fair to make a statement that every year they sleepwalk through the Big East regular season. And so, you know, whether that is because the Big East can't get talent or they can't get the amount of talent.
It's not about talent. Like, I feel like you still talk about women's college basketball through the lens of men's college basketball. There really is still that much of a disparity in talent. You can't name but like 10 talent elite programs. You can name other teams that every couple years will pop in there and be good, but like traditionally, like with women's college basketball, it's like 10 solid programs, and that's an expansion from like 20 years ago where I probably would have said like 3 or 4. Like now it is like it's still the talent. It ain't just a matter of like the ACC is going to be good, the SEC is going to be good. It's like, no, every conference. This is like the first year the SEC had like 2 or 3 teams that you were like, which one's going to win? Because for a while it was South Carolina and LSU battling everybody. Yeah. And it wasn't really an LSU fight. They just like played competitive games, but really they weren't really beating South Carolina. They just were in games and it made it sound or feel compelling, but it wasn't. Yeah. So like most conferences are like that.
Fair. So I'll give you that. I don't know. But in the grand scheme of things, I think the one thing we all agree with is Orion was being a little white bitch, and that's what it was. Because I'd never really seen that from him, which was weird.
See, no, it's peaked. It's peaked out a lot, but because he doesn't lose a lot, so it really peaks out when they lose. Which, look, I'm not saying anybody has to be a good sport losing, because there are a lot of people who don't lose well. But it's the level of bitch acidness that came out of him on that stage. Because you know, my wife pointed it out. Like, we watched the Texas game as well. Yeah. And when Texas lost,
they shook hands and moved it on.
No, not even that. They took the senior out 10 seconds before the game, and the coach is hugging her and talking to her, and they had a moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, they had a moment because, like, you know, this is her last game. She's like the most winningest player there, and you can see it just spill out of her where she felt, you know, it hit her all at once. And he's talking to her and he hugs her, and it's like, yo, that's the coach I want to play for. Not the bitch that walks off the court while we're out there crying still.
Yeah, that's that bullshit. That was that straight bullshit.
But here's the thing. the crazy thing is, like, when Malky from LSU does outlandish wild shit, her players and former players still come to bat and defend her. Have you heard one person defend Gino?
Nope.
That's an indictment right there. Like, nobody coming to his aid being like, hey, I know it was a bad moment, but that dude did this. Nobody has said that. Everybody looked at that moment and was just, so that means the people that played for him looked at him and was like, that plays. That fits. That's the person I know. I mean, he can be all those other great things too, but what it seems like is nobody's really surprised. Nobody really came to the aid. Like, everybody was just like, hey, that's a terrible move. It's a bad look. You should have never did it. Nobody is going, oh man, that's just so out of character. I don't know what could have happened. Nobody said that. Nobody wanted to down that hill. That tells me all I need to know about that man. Nobody wanted to down that hill.
I mean, and I would say, like, can we? So, the other part was, I don't know if it was selective memory or he just didn't know. I'm going to give him the grace that he didn't know, but still, I think you should know somebody should have told you that Sarah Strong ripped her own damn jersey.
Not only that, he said, hey, somebody ripped her jersey. That didn't happen. He said, Dawn didn't shake my hand before the game. They have it on video. They have it on video.
I don't know if that's his Alzheimer's or what. Like, I was like, you were there, motherfucker.
No.
How do you not remember the handshake?
Look, man, at the end of the day, no matter how much good some of them do, Ruben, when shit hits the fan, they can become an old white Trumper. Basically, he was like, hey, don't believe what you saw. Believe what I'm telling you.
I mean, then I guess my thought is, because you saw Sarah Strong change her jersey, did you not ask why her jersey got ripped?
Here's the thing. In the heat of the game, I could understand you not knowing. That press conference or that interview after the third quarter, stupid interview, but I could understand heat of the moment, passionate. You thought she got fouled, jersey ripped, blah, blah, blah. Now, by the time you get to the post-game press conference,
somebody should have let you know.
Somebody should have let you know, which means the rest of your coaches don't fuck with you either. Because ain't nobody try to help you. Like, ain't nobody come like, hey, you know, she kind of did that on her own.
And then,
Sarah, and she didn't say, Coach, I did that on my own.
Yeah,
like,
and the
it
tall
was just like, nope.
And did you see the tall black assistant coach? He was like trying to protect. Hey, Coach, get the fuck out the way. Like, because Coach was coming at Dawn Staley, and she was like, no. I'm just like, motherfucker, you're not even listening to your own goddamn assistant coach, who's trying to get you from. I mean, what you gonna do? You gonna hit Dawn Staley? Like, what we doing? Like, I just didn't understand it. It came out of absolute nowhere. Like,
I just kept feeling like, had the roles been reversed,
oh my God,
acting like that,
Dawn Staley would have got vilified.
I can't imagine the visceral hate that will be coming out about just black women in general and why they can't be leaders or in charge of anything.
And that's why Dawn Staley carries herself in such a manner, because she understands that everything she does is looked under a microscope. And if she were to do something like that, oh my God, like, it's crazy. Like, for instance, and I mean, we're about to get off this shit, but I was really taken aback a little bit. The UVA fired their women's coach, and she took them to the Sweet 16, and they ain't been in Sweet 16 in like a decade.
The first team to come from the play-in round to make it to the Sweet 16.
I was like, what? What we out here doing?
I'm gonna tell you what they out here doing, Ruben, and I'm gonna be that race car guy. They basically said, hey, it seems like this black lady has got the program in the right direction. We'll take it from here. We'll take it from here.
So I saw that and I was like, that's some straight up bullshit right there. But, you know, hopefully somebody good will pick her up and that sort of thing. AG, man, you've been super quiet this whole time.
I didn't have anything to say. I was just listening because everything, you know, you guys were talking about, I don't have enough information to speak about any of it except for the the Gino Auriemma thing because Pat Summitt's been telling us about this dude forever.
I was just about to say, Pat Summitt despised that dude.
Yeah, she took the time before she started losing her memory to write this down in a memoir. So it's on wax, it's on video. I think Muffy, I forgot her last name. She coached
Muffet McGraw.
Thank you, Notre Dame. He acted the same way towards her, and it was just like he has a legacy of disrespecting women coaches that beat him. And
did you even hear what he said? Like, I always, I don't really have much of a relationship with her outside. I mean, she was one of my assistant coaches. And I'm like, talking about Dawn Staley, she was one of my assistant coaches on Team USA. Like, why are you trying to downplay her? Like, she was one of your assistants.
Bitch,
why are you trying to down? She's a Hall of Fame player.
She's won a gold medal, bitch. Like, what we talking about?
She's a Hall of Fame player and gold medalist. Like, sir, you got the most outstanding women's college basketball resume as a coach. Won't throw any shade at that. But don't act like her resume ain't elite.
I mean, in comparison, cause shit, like, yeah, you got 5 million championships, but amongst everybody else, she right there. And, honestly, a couple mishaps she could have had there, a couple more. I mean, she went to about the final four, like 6 years in a row. What are we talking about? Like, yeah. But I will say some karma was interesting because yesterday on ESPN2, they were doing a tribute to Pat Summitt, a live tribute to Pat Summitt. And I can only imagine, like, how crazy, like, because I didn't realize that she hated Gino Auriemma.
You didn't?
Honestly,
so bad.
Well, I can see why people might think it was just like competitive, like.
Well, I didn't know the hate was like that.
But yeah, it sounds like she doesn't think very highly of him as a human being.
Yeah. So like
that part.
So yeah, man. I mean, it could have been one of those things where, man, sometimes a Pat Summitt karma comes on your ass, and he ain't realize it, and then boom, got your bitch ass. But hey, man, shout out to UCLA. Congratulations. I was
about to say, we spent all this time to not talk about how impressive UCLA was winning the national championship.
Oh, they did that work, man. They did that work. And yeah, like.
And I got to tell you, man, like, I felt it during the game, and I'm glad the game didn't get as much heat, because as I was watching the game, I was like, there is a large segment of America that is so rooting for UCLA right now, just because they're like, that's what we want our girls to look like. There's such a large segment that was like, that's what we want our girls to look like. We don't want what South Carolina does, because aesthetically it could not look more different. You got South Carolina out there who, nothing against them, they just pure athletes. And then you got UCLA, the girls that do the cheerleader dances with the cheerleaders. It's like, they're just like, this is good old fashioned wholesomeness. And I'm just like, man, I know there were some people that just were loving seeing South Carolina get beat. And I was just like, this ain't right, man. So I'm really happy for UCLA because I became a Betts fan at the Final Four.
Oh yeah, Betts is a beast.
And see, it wasn't even about that, because like, she had the cutest post-game interview. And I say cute not to demean it, but I say cute because it's like the joy that we feel like the NIL and all this stuff takes away from college basketball. Like, she gets interviewed right after the game. She's super stoic. Her teammates behind her doing all the crowning stuff, but she's locked in with the interview, totally locked in, being serious. As soon as the mic goes away, she turns around and her team's there, and she just says, "Oh my fucking God, we're about to play in the national championship," and they all just start screaming, and I'm just like, "Yo, that was awesome!" Like that. Like, no matter how much people have said it's become transactional in business, I'm just like, I'm such a fan of that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Just that pure joy. And then when you think that those 6 girls play with each other for 4 years. 6 seniors. They scored almost all of their points in a national championship game.
And then Lauren Best's sister is there.
Yep.
So she's coming back next year. Yeah, man, it's, you know, my biggest question, and this is a topic for never gonna happen here, but like, I don't understand how Lauren Best is not the number 1 pick in the draft, but whatever. That's just my thing.
People question her actual mobility and ability to switch, because like you can play zone in college, can't professional. So people are worried that, you know, people are going to try to involve her in a lot of pick and rolls, make that fluid. It's the Rudy Gobert effect. Like, Rudy Gobert is an excellent low post defender, but that's why every time teams play them, all right, let's get him out here on the wing and see if he can move laterally, which that's going to be what she's going to have to really prove.
Okay. So
I'm glad you're not talking about the men's college basketball side, because I don't know shit about the men's side, which like, I sound like I'm locked in on this women's side. I'm like, you talk about the men, I'm just like, hey, I mean, Michigan playing.
All you need to know is UConn versus Michigan, and Michigan is that team, and UConn seemingly just can't be beat in the tournament. So
wouldn't this be 3 and 4 years for them?
Yep.
Like low key, is UConn the best men's college basketball program of like the last 40 years?
Yes. And the thing about it is they got one dude there on that team who is the most winningest college player in the NCAA tournament. He will be the first person to win 3 championships ever in the NCAA tournament.
Which one is
UConn
that?
Wins. Huh?
Who's that?
His last name begins with a K. Like, he was a starter. He was a starter the whole 4 years. Huh?
Is it White Braylon?
So foul. Probably.
I'm just saying, like, you ever seen a white guy named Braylon before? I feel like calling somebody White Braylon is a very defining characteristic right there.
It's Alex something. I'm sorry, I can't remember his name right now. But yeah, he will have won 3 championships in 4 years. He will be the first player ever to do so if UConn wins tomorrow. However, Michigan's a goddamn beast, man. Oh my God.
I mean, literally, my wife asked me, who do I think was going to win? And I was like, I think Michigan's a better team. I still feel like UConn's going to win just because it seems like that's just what they do. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan blows them out, but I also wouldn't be surprised if UConn wins, because that's kind of like low-key. Hurley is like slowly etching out a resume to get close to starting to be able to call himself like a Mount Rushmore men's college basketball coach, and he ain't really been in the game that long. I mean, he's worked his way up, but I mean, he got a hell of a resume really quick.
I think UConn is one of the last blue bloods or big teams that still recruit players to be there longer than 2 or 3 years. But who knows?
There are programs that do it. It's just hard.
Well, I'm not saying they're not, but he's one of the big ones.
I'm saying you can plan to do that. It don't mean your players are going to stay.
Yeah.
I bet a lot of coaches, plan or hope that players are going to stay.
And then there's some coaches who don't. They just 1 year. All right, come on. But that's neither here nor there. But nah, man, UConn's a wagon, and Michigan is a damn Clydesdale crew. They got a dude hurt from Michigan. The dude played on a partial MCL tear and went 3 for 4 from 3-point land in the second half. Well, that partial MCL. Yeah, I have no idea who's going to win. It's probably going to be good, though. I'd watch it. I mean, I probably will watch some of it. So, it is what it is. But let's talk about what we're here to talk about today. Now, I think it's a fair statement that, for the most part, we've talked about this before, how men have been simps, at least at the beginning of their lives and things as such. They don't really know what the fuck to do, and they say women are smarter than men and all that bullshit. And for the most part, I also feel like a statement that might be worth saying that some men actually are hitting sometimes outside of their comfort zone, and they run into a young lady, or a woman runs into a young man who has the ability to basically make them simps. And so the question of the day is very simple. How do you know that you're getting played / used / taken advantage of? You know, and I think this is a fair thing. What's going on, Melanie Fuzzhouse? How you doing? I think it is one of those things where we can equate it to both men and women, because I mean, yeah, there's some men out here who are simps, but yo, there are some women who allow themselves to be taken advantage of as well. And so, you know, I think it's fair to talk about this on an equal footing, because yes, you have those women who makes their dude buy everything and do everything, and he gets little to nothing other than the joy of making her happy. And there are some women who are ride or die for sorry motherfuckers who, hey man, they just happy to be with this dude, even though he out there doing what he wants to do and slamming other chicks and all that other stuff. So
I mean, that's one way to put it. I think they're just on their journey to change someone. I can change them.
I mean, women fix people, women fix men, and dudes have Captain Saberhose. So like, once again, I think the situation where they both kind of come together, and
you're right. You saying the same thing.
Yeah, and I think honestly, a lot of these traits probably occur on both sides of the aisle. So I think, AG. So give me a thing that to make you, hey man, if you know, they say simping ain't easy, but apparently sometimes it is. You know, so like, how do you know as a guy, like you being simp to some woman, whether it's your girl or who you think is your girl or whatever?
First thing that comes to mind is sex.
Lack of?
Well, yeah, that's the first thing. But sometimes a woman can give you some, and then you've gotten that taste, and you want to taste that again.
That sweet nectar.
And then after that, she doesn't give you anything.
That's bullshit.
But she still wants something from you. Now, and then to keep you on the line, she'll give you a notion in your mind that you're about to get some, but you're really not, and she knows that. But because you have that, she's planted that seed in your head that you're gonna get some. Then you perform at a higher level based on what she wants.
First one's free, baby. All dealers know you. First one's free. You know what I'm saying? Because now they're gonna be chasing that high forever.
Yeah, what do you say?
Strawberry.
So
chasing the high forever.
So for the sex part, that's kind of the way it is. And I don't really agree with your assessment. I think at the beginning of all this, because when a man is a simp, we're simps, and it's our own fault. When women get used, it's usually a man's fault. They don't really have the full. We don't really have the full weight. Because he was taking advantage of her. Right. They don't really have to carry the full weight of being an idiot.
Well, and I understand that. However, if we remove like that part,
you can't.
It's still the same shit.
I hear what you're saying, but you can't, because you're letting them off easy.
I'm gonna agree with AG on that. You can't remove it. Like
because
that.
if someone uses Moby's daughters, he's not going to look at her and go, "You're an idiot. What are you doing?" He's going to be pissed. If he sees his kid in the street,
I don't know about Moby, man.
No. I mean, I'm telling you, man.
AG, two things can be true at the same time. I'm going to be pissed, and I might think you're an idiot, but I won't say it because I love him.
Man, I actually don't know. Now, I understand why you would feel that way, because we all know you. As far as that goes, we all know you.
My first reaction is going to be mad at him.
But see, that's my whole point. He should be mad at her.
First reaction. Yeah.
No, see, and that's my point. That's my whole point. We talked about this last week.
That's why I can't be the same.
Talked about this last week. Men respond emotionally in a way in which, unlike women, we are looking for approval from women. I know I do from my woman, and you know, I don't have any problems there. She wants to give it to me. That's not an issue. What I'm saying to you is I still chase her approval. Everything I do, I am looking for the attaboy from her, that approval from her. That is a very strong emotion. So it's like women, it's the same thing, but it's cataloged differently. They don't have to take the full weight of being blinded by, you know, the sex or how much they like someone or love someone or the, you know, I don't even know what it is. When you just want to chase something, you just into it, nothing else matters. They don't have to carry the full weight of their flaws in this whole thing. So for me, when you say what you said, you're letting them off for easy already. I don't even want to participate in this because it's like, no, that's not what's going on here. But honestly, when somebody, whether it's sex or being treated nice, that's the second thing women do. It's like, if somebody starts holding basic human respect and reciprocation hostage based on how you perform and what you can give them, well, you already know you're being used. Because what I've found in life is the people that are genuine, there's either a high level of reciprocity or their love, affection, and respect is free. It's free because they're willing and able to give it to you. The women and people and men that you're talking about, that's not the case at all. Especially from women, they live in a place where they can withhold already for whatever reasons. So they use sex as a weapon. They use kindness as a weapon. They use being respectful as a weapon. Yet you have to perform at a really high level to maybe get respected, to maybe get, some sex, to maybe get being treated nicely. So women have a special thing going on. They already have a superpower that says, I can withhold from you as a weapon, and it's your job to put up with me and stay. That's already a basic thing. So when it gets to be really extra, that's when you really know that you're being used.
So,
because they're getting something for nothing all the time. And if you really, like I told you last week, if you really want to know how somebody is, write it down on a piece of paper who they are. And then ask yourself, are you going to sign up for this? And this is coming from a guy who has been used plenty of times. You already know. Every time I hear from you, it's like you're asking me for something. But when I ask you for something, you're not available. You don't change for me. I change for you. I'm always conforming. I'm always putting up with this or that or the other. It's ridiculous. You don't get anything out of the deal.
So, I hear you, and I agree with you, but you're saying that some men don't do the same thing to women?
I'm not saying that at all. I'm saying that women don't, they have special powers. And as a dude, it's hard for a dude to manipulate and use a woman because women can do things because they can. And then if they find out how to weaponize it, it's like, man, all bets are off at that point. You have to be somebody really, as a dude, I really do feel like you have to be someone really special. Because just take a pimp, for instance. It takes a really special person to be a pimp. It just does.
Yeah, but everything that you said, AG, I would say that there's some dudes who do the same thing to women.
I'm not quite, what I'm saying to you is I'm not saying that men can't. I'm telling you that women have an added advantage to do it in a way in which is much more acceptable in society.
AJ, I'm gonna try to get Ruben to understand this. Ruben, I hear what you're saying. I understand. No, I understand the logic you're trying to apply to it. But here's the thing: what AG is saying is, all women can do it. It takes a special dude to be able to pull it off. That's the difference. Because you're right. Absolutely, there's some guys that get away with it, and you go, "Damn, how are you getting away with this?" But almost no. I'm going to venture off and say every single woman in your life has done this to some guy. And maybe not the example that AG's, but every single woman has played her advantages to get some guy to do something that she wanted or needed in that moment, and she planned on reciprocating it in no way. Every woman.
Okay.
Your friend, your cousin, your mama, everybody. Every woman has done it. It's just, they've done it.
So basically it's just something
I'm not saying they make a habit of doing it. I'm not saying that's their defining characteristic. I'm just saying at some point in time, they knew a guy like them and they was hungry. or they knew a guy that liked them and they noticed that their tire was flat. It's like, here's the thing. I'm not mad at them. I'm just pointing out it happens. Like,
so, and I understand that. Like, I'm not sitting here like, oh my God, no. I completely understand it. You know, I just think that it's also important to sit here and say equally that,
man, we ain't, look, bro, there's
no equal. That's right. So don't you say it. So like,
there are women support groups where they basically just talk about how niggas ain't shit. So in this moment right now, it's okay for us to just be uneven on this one topic.
It is not okay for Ruben, though. That's what you're missing.
Be uneven?
No, it's not okay for Ruben. He can't. No, there's no way in the world he's going to do that.
Well, no. See, first of all,
okay,
it's not even about me and it being even. It really isn't. You know?
I know logically you're correct though. Logically correct. It does go both ways. But just like AG said, it's looked at entirely different.
It is. Well, I mean, definitely in society, you know, it is looked at very differently. I mean, you know, I think that, you know, because I would definitely agree that there have probably been more men simps than women. I guess I don't know what the term would be for women to be who would be taken advantage of like that.
The idea that you don't have a term like on hand, that lets me know.
I was just thinking that.
It's like when Moby says name 10 teams and whatever, and you can't, and he's like, exactly.
Well, I would say a term that's not.
That doesn't make women look too bad.
No, just doesn't. Yeah, just doesn't. I don't know. I mean, because like,
man, I've been doing this show with you for too long. I know what you're doing, and what I'm saying to you.
There are some sugar mamas out there. There's some sugar mamas out there. Yeah. There's some cougars that engage in that behavior.
Yeah. There's some codependency happening.
Yeah.
And I'm not.
Even those terms seem so much nicer than just straight out call that chick a son.
Because they are. Stop it. Ruben doesn't want to come off the way he's going to come off if you say the exact truth, and you have a history of doing that, and that's fine. What I'm telling you is it's not the same. When you start talking about disparaging people and disrespecting people and hurting people, you can't. They're different. They're just different. And you can't separate it. And I understand that you're trying to, and I appreciate that. But what I'm telling you is it's an uneven playing field. This is one of those double standards that's going to work in a woman's in a woman's behalf every time. And we as men are going to take a back seat to it almost every time. Like I said before, I didn't get a chance to say it. What I'm saying to you is, like, for you in particular, I'm talking to you in particular, your personality, based on what I know, you couldn't be a pimp. There's no way in the world you could be a pimp. For most men, now I'm talking in general, for most men, they might have the skill and the eye, but they couldn't go through with being a pimp. There's a certain person that you have to be a pimp.
So, do you feel like if there's a number, like, are you saying that it's probably like 65% of men aren't built for that type of situation?
No.
Would that be a fair assessment?
Being a pimp is a 1% type of thing.
I'm about to say it's at least 85 to like 85% don't have the ability. 10 out of that 15% don't have the follow through. 4 out of that remaining 5% don't have the commitment to being an asshole like that. And then you have that elite 1% that can put it all together.
And that's my whole point.
I don't understand how I know many of them motherfuckers.
And then, but see, now I go back to the labels that you couldn't think of, except for, you said cougar and what else? What else did you say?
I didn't say cougar.
Sugar mama?
Oh, sugar mama.
He said sugar mama.
Both of those things carry a lot of power. There's nothing about those things that are an associate or that come from a place of weakness or in some way is not an alpha type of
ownership
title. Right, because if you're a cougar, you're hunting. If you're a sugar mama, you own the game.
I think we would, I think I did say it earlier, the terminology that we would really use to our friends who are in that situation, we would call them Captain Saberhoes. Like, because we would feel like, hey, you're trying to, like what I say, you're trying to change a hoe to a housewife. Like,
and how weak is that? How weak is that? That is incredibly weak.
I mean, hey, I'm just saying.
So you calling the guys in that scenario as hoes?
I think the guys are saving the hoes or trying to change the hoes.
The hoes already run a game on a dude like that. So we're not saving anybody. They let us think that we're saving them, and that's where it goes back to everything I started saying. Women in this particular conversation have the upper hand in every way. Even when they lose and they're the ones being used, we will never label them as idiots like they label us. It just is not going to happen. We are always, and as men, ironically enough, as men, we are going to try to defend this woman. Just like Moby said, his first reaction if his daughters were hurt like that would be to get mad.
It's so weird, right? Because like for me, and I can only speak for myself, like in the times that I have been around people who that has happened to, I mean, I am, I think Moby would call it victim blaming, that I would do. But in all reality, I'm calling it what it is. But I think what happens is, I'm considered to be blaming the victim when I'm just like, why'd you fall for that stupid? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm talking about whether it's a male or female, and, happens is like, come on, man. Like, what are we doing? Like, that sort of thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I guess for me, I can definitely say, you're right. I have my own things, but in society, you are very much correct. Society itself will not label a woman as being weak in that terminology. I just think it's more of a, some people do it, some people don't, as far as like label the person itself. So I can get down with that, and I think it's fair to say that some people are societal norms and some of them aren't. I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit more judgmental, and I kind of call it like I see it.
A little bit more,
just a little bit more. Jeez, man, I ain't perfect out here.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that one alone. Listen, man.
I mean, know if I said that was.
I never said that you did, but it's just sometimes when you speak of things, I'm like, what am I doing here? Like, look, man, the bottom line is, let's just make it equal like you were trying to do. I'll answer the question. When somebody is getting more out of the relationship or agreement than you are, or one person is getting everything and you're getting nothing, and you're responding emotionally to it, and then you create a cycle where you get deeper and deeper and deeper with this person, they're using you. And it doesn't feel good and the sad thing about it is, and I know from experience, the sad thing about it is you can't get away from it because you don't want to. You want approval from this person. You want them to say, hey, my eyes were open, the light has come on, I love you, and what was I doing? That day never comes without more stuff that you have to do. Or it doesn't come at all. They just give you a seed that you think is going to grow, but it's not. They're dead. And when you try to sever it, they make that about you too. Nothing is their fault. And when you experience all these things, look, go through what you have to go through, but understand eventually that you will come to a point to where you need to sever the relationship. If you have all of the things that I said in your head at any time in the relationship, you're being used.
Time to go.
Plain and simple. Whether a man is using a woman or a woman's using a man or whatever, it doesn't matter. If you start questioning all the things that I said, then you're being used. And this is from personal experience. I was a complete idiot because I let my emotions dictate what I was going to do. And it took that one moment where I snapped in my soul to just let it go. It shouldn't have took that long, but it did. So it's like, it is what it is. And I get that. So it's like, whatever. But I'm like, yo, if you're not getting anything out of the relationship, and you are expending a lot of energy, and it doesn't even matter what it is. It doesn't have to be sex or money or whatever it is. It could be, I text this person every day and they never text me back. It could be something as simple as that, because the emotional transaction is there. If they're playing games like, I don't want to seem thirsty, but they're allowing you to be thirsty, time to go. But you also have to have the emotional wherewithal to cut it off, or actually the logical wherewithal to cut it off, because your emotions is what got you riled up to start with. So again, if you're getting something out of the relationship, this conversation is not about you. But if you're working at this, you're really working at this and nothing's coming back your way, I don't care what the intent is. It could, and everybody that uses somebody sometimes is not malicious. Like Mo B was talking about 2 or 3 weeks ago. A lot of women have a problem with reciprocity because they're in their own heads about, being controlled in a power struggle that's not even freaking happening. Then they take it out on you. So I don't want to be thirsty. Meanwhile, you're texting her every day. But the thing is, for her, she gets to like go to her friends and make you look like you're an idiot for doing something that she actually likes, but she disparages you for it. Then the first time you don't text her, then all of a sudden it's like you're not consistent. How am I the problem? You're the one that made me feel like a doofus because I was doing too much. Now I stopped, and trust me, I didn't text you one morning out of the 90 days I've been chasing you, and then I'm not consistent.
What's wrong with you?
Women, look, man.
Yeah,
if you can get it together, leave. And if you can't, I hope that one day you understand that you will snap one day. Just don't go to jail. Because those are only 2 choices you have. You can sit around in a relationship and just snap. Hope you don't put your hands on nobody, and then you'll feel better after it's over. Or you can go through the pain of severing a relationship with somebody you actually really like. And that's my answer.
This generation, the cool thing about this generation is if they snap, they're going to do it by text message. So they don't have to be in front of the person. That I have seen, and it's just like, okay, that's what we're doing. I'm going to block you.
Yo, that block shit is weird, bro.
Is it though?
It is. It's so is.
No. AG, see, Ruben, it's not weird that somebody would block you. It's not weird that somebody would say, hey, this person existing in my life isn't healthy for me, so I'm going to block them. What is weird is when I hear people weaponize the idea of blocking someone. Hey, you keep doing that shit, I'm gonna block you. The fuck? Bitch, block me then. Like, why the fuck you telling me about it?
The reason I said that, asked that question is because none of us have grown up in a place where our entire lives have been engulfed by social media. We grew up in a time where we were analog, bro. It's just like, telephones and whatnot. For somebody who exclusively lives in a world in the vacuum of social media, to be blocked, that's kind of like,
That's harsh.
It is. In that vacuum, it is. Because I understand what you mean, and you're absolutely right. Block me and whatever. Because if I really want, I'll just come to your house or I'll call you or whatever. Whatever. But if you are immersed in social media, that can be hurtful.
I mean,
no, I get it. Because I'm in that generational gap where I remember the world before and now I know the world after. I do realize that my kids will never understand how weird that is. Like the idea of blocking somebody on social media, why I think that's weird. Because I'm just you could just stop talking to them.
Yeah, my life is over.
End story. End. The end. You could just stop talking to them. But the idea that people will send somebody a message, hey, do not message me back because I am blocking you. You could have just blocked them. Or you could have just said, I don't want to talk to you anymore. And then you could have just blocked them. You didn't have to announce the blocking. There's no power in, well, that's what it is. It's a power thing. It's there's power and strength in blocking somebody in a fictitious space that only exists in the cloud.
Exactly.
I love it, man.
Until you find out the person they weren't into you and they didn't even know they were blocked. That's hilarious.
See, and that's the thing. That's in my head where I'm wow, the blocking thing would never have be able to weaponize against me because I'm not on social media. I wouldn't even know. Hey, I blocked you. Oh shit, cool. Because I ain't been up there anyway. So
even if they block your number,
I thought you just ain't called me no more. And look, I know what being ghosted is. We don't have to have any other transaction.
Which is funny that they have a term for that. Hey, I just don't want to talk to your ass no more. You were ghosted.
No, actually, if somebody tells you that's not ghosted. They can't make an announcement. If you make an announcement, you're not ghosting anybody.
That is my point of the whole blocking somebody and announcing it. It's you're doing this wrong. If you're going to do it, just fucking do it. It's because here's the thing about the whole social media blocking thing, and this is a terrible analogy, and for anybody who thinks I'm making light of this, I'm sorry, I just can't think of anything else to compare it to. If you tell me every day that you're gonna kill yourself, eventually, I'm gonna stop caring about that threat. It's just a natural human response.
You ain't done it.
It does exactly. It doesn't mean I don't care about you. It just means hey man, we can't keep using the same. Look, you can only use that bullet once, baby. You know what I'm saying? You can't put it back in the gun and try to shoot it again. It don't work that way.
I mean, no lies detected there.
To answer your question about when I guess it's twofold. In 2026, as a guy, the way you're being played is if a woman's actually talking to you, period. Because these modern women seem to have made a habit out of normalizing the idea of everything being transactional, which is fine, but you also have a problem if I call you a hoe. It's just a weird dichotomy. Look, man, if I know no activities when I see them. And I'm not judging you. I'm not mad at you. But I know a fucking hoe when I see one. If you make a statement broke niggas don't deserve this pussy. Oh, so you're a hoe. I get it. I get what you're saying. You saying it's transactional, and I'm okay with transactional. I feel things would be a lot more smoother if we just actually approach things with honesty in the transaction.
Yeah.
Like, I wish a woman wouldn't be offended if a guy walked up to him and said, "How much is it going to cost me to fuck you tonight?" I get how that's disrespectful, and I get how
Is it disrespectful though?
No. Yes, it is.
Yeah, that's kind of disrespectful.
I don't know.
I'm making
Nowadays,
the assumption that you're not one of the 95 other percent of women. You could be the 5%, and I gotta be cognizant of the fact that you could be.
man, you're giving a lot of quarter, man.
Wants to be treated. Now,
That's rude.
I don't think it would be that offensive because personally, you could just tell me, "Hey, I'm not transactional," and then I just go, "My bad, you was wearing the uniform," and I could just move on.
Now, see, that part was extra. That part was. My bad, you was wearing a uniform. See, now that wasn't nice, sir.
And what's the uniform?
Exactly. You know what the fucking uniform is.
Yeah, we all do. We all do. Come on, man.
But here's the thing. It's like, I heard somebody tell me, it might have been my uncle. If a woman asks you for something within the first 2 months, she don't like you.
I agree.
And I was just like, damn, that's so now, as a young man, I wasn't ready to receive that because we're so programmed to feel like we have to earn that reciprocal affection. You go to the bar and they're just like, "Hey, did you buy her a drink? Go buy her a drink so you could talk to her." Like we're programmed to feel like we have to earn that attention back. So I couldn't receive that information well early on in life. But it's absolutely right. Like, and I ain't saying like if I'm taking you out to eat, if I ask you out on a date and you ask me to pay for your food. Look, I asked you out on a date. I'm okay with that being standard operating procedure. But if in the course of this date, you start talking to me about, I don't know, how you behind on the power bill throughout this date, dropping the hints, like you want me to give you some extra cash, like you don't like me. You just like what you think I could represent for you. And I'm good on that.
Oh, man, that's fair.
I mean, look, if women can have like the 60-day rule about not giving up pussy, you know what I'm saying? Being like, hey, if you really want to know if a guy's really into you, you should make him wait. And
They still make those?
I mean, there's still some women out here operating like that. Like none of them saw the Eddie Murphy stand-up comedy that happened in the 80s because he was absolutely right. It's like, if you make him wait, he's not gonna be mad about it. No, Ruben, that's not it. But now they don't fucking like you, but they just want to accomplish the task at hand.
Yeah, that's fair.
So now that whole I'm scared of a dude just hitting it and quitting it. Well, he'll wait. But when he hits it, man, he put his 2-week notice in 2 weeks before he hit it. You know what I'm saying? When he out, he's like, "Hey, y'all gonna notice I ain't been back here ever again." But this is what the fuck I was waiting for. Because now he's either let down. Because let's be honest, if somebody makes you wait for something spectacular like this, at the end of the day, you realize it's still vagina. And you just like, man, I waited 2 months for this vagina when I could have got this vagina down the street, for just being nice to her. Like, and I was jumping through mental gymnastics for your ass. Like,
hey, but every girl's vagina is the greatest shit ever.
Yeah, look, I've talked about this before. I ain't never met a chick that thought she had mediocre pussy. It's always the greatest ever. Can you imagine how shunned we as guys would be if we truly approached life like we had the greatest penis on earth? Like, don't get me wrong. The male ego tries to tell you that. But we've had enough, most of the time in life, you get enough experience as a guy to realize, nigga, that's just your ego talking. That is just your ego talking.
Well, I'm going to take my mediocre penis and take 5 minutes of the greatest time ever.
I mean, look, you know what I'm saying? Here's where I stand.
That's what some people say.
I'm just saying, here's where I stand on that. You can tell me it ain't the greatest ever, but what I'll tell you is it worked for 2 minutes, and that's all I required. I'm just saying. I was able to accomplish my mission.
Well, I listened to some old shows, and I'm glad to see that you're back up to 2 minutes, because you had whittled it down to 30 seconds, bro.
I mean, look, man. I might not have been that interested in that 30-second one. Like, you can really judge how much I cared back in the day based on how much effort I truly put into this excursion.
Hilarious.
And don't get me wrong, sometimes that's just the best I got, AG. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with that, man. Like,
I agree with none of this, sir.
I'm just okay with it, man.
I don't have an opinion about somebody else's work.
Okay. Anything you say, sir.
But so like, honestly, man, like, truly, it's like if a woman asks you for anything extra within the first 2 months, I'm gonna say about what my uncle said. They don't really like you. Because I know personally women who, if they like the guy, they would intentionally not try to ask for anything within that time frame just so they wouldn't look like that.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be honest.
Cool because I would respect that. And then if I really liked the person and they, it was something they really needed, I'd be like, hey, that's stupid. You could have just asked. But I'd also respect it. Like, I get it. Like, you didn't want to seem like you were being transactional or like you were using me.
Well, let me ask a question, because I'm very curious. Because I can honestly say that this has never happened to me. However, I don't even know if it happened to any of my friends, because it's not something I've had a conversation with. Has a woman that you were dating ever asked you to pay a bill for them?
Oh, yes.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Shut the front door. Huh.
You don't get out much, do you? And I'm glad you don't. In this case, I'm glad you don't.
I mean, yes. It's been a minute since I've been on a dating scene. But yeah, I guess the other thing is I've never really... I've just never had that experience where, hey, can you pay this bill for me? No.
And in the famous words of Juicy J, if you want to know who's fucking with you, start telling bitches no.
Yeah.
I mean, that's right. Yeah, we quoting Juicy J on the show. That's how you know it's gotten real. Yeah, man, I wouldn't even know how to react to that. Like, yeah, I wouldn't know how to react to that.
Well, I hope you figure it out, because you might have to say
unless we were like engaged or something, that'd be different. If I was engaged.
Well, see, here's where I'm going to say it can be different. If you're actually in a relationship with a person and you have been for a while, I give it grace.
Yes.
If we've just gone out a couple times, bitch, what the fuck you asking me? Like, if you ain't know me, how that bill gonna get paid for?
Moco Cowboy asked what bill? I mean,
doesn't matter. It doesn't
matter.
If a woman asked me to get her nails done, I'd be like, you already let me know who you are.
First of all, you were doing that shit before you were with me, so I don't understand what the...
Hey, Ruben, you were there, so AG. The funniest thing, remember, it was years ago, Ruben. Like,
Jesus.
we were at, I want to say it was Velvet. That's how old it was. It was a long time ago. But we was out with a whole bunch of dudes. I think Ron was beside me and Dude was there. And some girl came up to me and was like, don't you want to buy me a drink? And Dude and Ron bust out laughing. Because Ron was like, you asked the one dude here who was not going to say yes.
You had told us that story. I remember it.
Yeah,
I remember that.
I mean,
and I laughed too, because I was like, man, you're barking up the wrong tree, sir.
Oh, yeah.
Or ma'am.
Like,
that is not a movie special.
It's like 5 of us standing here, and you came up to the one dude that was going to be like, I'm good.
You came up to the big oversized redhead kingpin, and he was like, bitch, please. That's not how this works. I remember that. That shit was crazy. She walked away kind of sad.
I mean, look, here's the thing, man. It's no shade. It's just like that's kind of a standard operating procedure of mine. Like, I don't know you. Don't ask me for stuff. don't ask me for stuff. I don't know you. I've been out several times with women that I know that I'm friends with, and I might buy them a drink. But like, if I don't know you, I don't even know your name yet. You want me to buy you a drink? So what am I doing? Paying for the right to talk to you?
I think that's weird too. I think that's completely weird. Hey, I mean, I'm not sitting here giving you any mind of attention, and you don't come to me and basically say, "Hey, can you buy me a drink?" I mean,
but it's just, Ruben, think about it. It's an extension of the the institution that's already there.
No, I get it.
You have to buy me a drink to talk to me.
No, I'm not saying. See, what I'm saying is, like, I understand why, but like, I guess what I'm saying is, it'd be one thing if I was eyeballing you from the room, and I have chosen not to do that. But then that's still weird. But at least, I at least have seen you, and maybe I've shared some eye contact to the point where, hey, this is relevant. But for some chick I ain't seen before, and they just walk up to me and be like, "Hey, can you buy me a drink?" I don't understand. Like, what?
Your first approach can't be me asking me for something. That approach just doesn't work for me.
But it's still the same thing.
I know it works, AG, and if a woman does it, I don't look at it like, you disrespectful heifer, how dare you.
I'm just weird.
I just go, unfortunately, you have come to the wrong supplier of like penis. You're going to have to move to somebody else who's more willing to pay for the idea that maybe I can talk to you later on.
Yeah, at least in Harlem Nights, Sunshine bought the dude a drink and then went over and talked to him.
But I say that's the difference. Like, because Ruben was like, if I was eyeballing you and everything, no, don't even do that if I'm eyeballing you. Now, if I walk up to you and I go, "Hey, what you drinking?" All right, I am taking the initiative,
correct,
to do this. But if you just like, "Hey, what you doing?" Blah 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 blah. Can you buy me a drink? No. Easy. Ask me another question. Give me a more challenging one.
He's not wrong there.
Give me a more challenging one.
I see.
No. I'm telling you, man. I feel like when a woman asks you, "Do you want to buy me a drink?" It's like when on the playground when you're in first grade, a woman comes up to you and socks you in the shoulder. Then, and like me, I go home to my dad, tell him the situation, and he says, "No, she likes you." It's the same thing, man. When the world works around you, when the world orbits you think that you can do anything and get something out of it.
I totally get it.
So that's why I was saying to Ruben, it's merely an extension of the system that's already there. It's just done in reverse a little bit. Because if you buy her a drink, she's still gonna think you owe her a drink. Because you could buy her a $12 drink, and she just was like, "Okay, bye, thank you," and she thinks she's done nothing wrong.
Yeah, fuck all that.
This is gonna sound crazy, but give me the honor of lying to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm choosing to buy you a drink and I don't know you from Sam, you know what I'm saying? I'm giving myself the illusion that I got a chance and that this could get me in there. I'm lying to myself. Don't you come over here and try to make me believe the lie that you're creating for me.
But it works so well. It works so well.
And here's the thing. And I'll say it, and I'll say my little piece about it. Hey, man, not that it happens on occasion. Probably a strong 3%. But it's really okay for a woman to buy a dude a drink. It's really okay. And I say that to say this. I'll never forget the one time I was probably completely silent. Like, one day I was at work, long time ago. And I was kind of talking to a young lady, blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Hey, hey, Ruben, come to the office. All right, on a walkie. Come to the office. Go to the office. Hey, what's up? These are for you. What's for me? A bouquet of flowers. Like, what the like, as a man who's never been given anything like out the blue like that, I mean, brownie points were made that day, but it was just like, yo, I mean, all I'm saying is, hey, like Moby said, like, at least make an effort, you know. And I'm not, hey man, if you're gonna use me, that's cool, but at least give me a reach around. Know what I'm saying? Nah, Ruben didn't put a ring on that. I mean, put a ring on anything.
I was gonna say, with that story does remind me all the time just how truly easy we are as
Oh God.
That's so easy. Like, just and it's so crazy that some women like just miss the mark on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, they have all these magazines about all the stuff that you're supposed to do to get a man, and it's just like, hey, you ever just tried being nice to a nigga?
Yeah, I mean, like,
hey, you're not allowed to do it. You're not allowed to do it.
Here's some weird shit. Hey, maybe figure out something he's interested in and give him that.
Now you're talking about some work. That's some work. Women don't do no work. Bruh. Come on, man.
I mean, like, real talk. Like, that's how most men are simping. Like, because you get a woman who finds out something about you, and that's where they spend a little bit, but they get so much more.
I'm just saying, that's how I got in my situation, man. Like, I can tell you literally the gift that was just like, God damn it, now she's here forever.
Now she's here forever.
Yeah, she's here forever, because like, she's not allowed to go. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we're here now.
We here now.
And, yeah. She bought me a bowling bag, and she bought my PBA membership, the professional bowler. And so she bought my PBA membership card.
Wow. Yeah, you're stuck.
As a gift, and I was just like, God damn it, she gets me.
Hey, and you know what? I'm gonna tell another secret from that shit. You want to,
and she had to do work to do it too, because she had to go through other people to figure out how to get the stuff.
And on top of that, hey ladies, look, you really want to get a dude, this is what you do. You do some crazy shit like, I don't know, sit there on your fucking phone and do nothing while him and his boys are playing video games, and say nothing but give him support. Like, hey man, that's when I knew that she's staying for Moby, because we playing games. She's sitting there, she's quiet. Every time Moby does something well, good job, baby. Other than that, she might talk a little shit to me.
It's so easy, man. It's so easy.
That's why I was like, man,
and I have no shame in saying how easy I was. Like, none whatsoever. I wear it as a badge of honor. I was so fucking simple. It was so easy. It was so easy to achieve this quest that it almost feels like a side quest. Like, I almost feel like a side quest. Like, I'm not even part of the actual game. It was that easy.
Man, and I'm
like
saying
the first level of Mario.
Oh yeah.
That's how easy I was. It was just like, hey, hit a couple bricks, jump on the pole. You're done.
Jump on the pole. But I mean, yeah.
Like, I brought it home with the jump on the pole thing. That
was funny. That was funny. But it's just like, and like, you know, dudes are so easy, but women make it hard.
I thank you for saying that, because we're easy to us because we know who we are.
I was just about to say that.
The same information in that maze, bruh, no, it's not easy for them. There's too much going on. There's too much going on.
So, but I would sit there and say, like, you know, that's how you, in my opinion, you know, that example is how you know she is into the person she's with, because she does the little things. And it's not a big sacrifice except to maybe her, but when you play the long game, you get the rewards from it. And now they're going to be together forever, and they got 2 kids, and life is beautiful for them, you know, whatever. But I mean, it's just like, yo, it's okay to, I'm giving women permission. It's okay to put in a tiny amount of work to get what you want. The problem is you don't put in zero work and you expect that shit to just happen.
Because it does.
They have conflicting messages right now, Ruben, because like on one end, if you listen to like a lot of women on these podcasts talk, they basically are telling you that women ain't shit. I mean, the men ain't shit and they're stupid and don't listen to them. And what we're saying is, you know how easy things would be if you could just like listen to him occasionally? Like they're giving you some good advice here, but they can't follow step 2 if they follow step 1, Ruben, because step 1 says we're fucking idiots.
Yes.
So why would you listen to an idiot?
Oh, and that's why you have a whole bunch of unhappy women out there. You know, to a point as far as getting what some of them really want is security, a kid or 2, and a life. But then you have some people, I mean, look, don't get it twisted. I would like to be married with a kid or 2 and a wife, but you know what I'm not gonna do, especially at this point in my life? I ain't gonna do that work that I used to do 20 years ago. Fuck that. Like, yeah.
And see,
I worked hard.
That proves AG's point, though, because
Wow, bro.
AG's point, and I'm going all the way back to the beginning of AG's point, where he was talking about when you were trying to do the equal comparison thing, and he was like, it takes a special person to be a pimp, because right now, you have all of the necessary ingredients to do that, but you don't have the willpower or the cutthroatness to do it, because everything you said sounded great. It's like, hey, I ain't about to bend over back for these hoes. I ain't about to do no extra shit. If you ain't down with it, fuck you. Like, those are all things that make you actually extra appealing to members of the opposite sex, because they don't. It gives you a power. That's why, you know, we see it all the time. The assholes are with these good women. And you're just like, that dude's a dick. How's he pulling it off? That's why. That's why, because he has so much asshole in him that she is like, I have to figure out how to conquer this. Like,
so you're saying I got some asshole in me now?
You do, but you don't have the follow through, because at the end of the day, you're still a nice guy. You still won't do the asshole stuff that's required. Like, my doctor said something to me the other day, and he said, the greatest hazard for a patient is being nice. And I was like, you know what? That's the greatest hazard for a man in dating too. Being nice. Because he was like, because all the bad shit always happens to my nicest patients. He's like, the assholes that I would be cool if they were bleeding out, nothing bad ever happens to them. But the nice people are always the people that go through the most shit. And I was just like, damn, this kind of describes relationships too. Like, nice dude, always getting shitted on.
That's true.
Gotta have just the right amount of asshole. Like, look, you gotta have enough asshole to still be an asshole, but you can't be over the top where you become a dick. It's like,
that's very true.
That's
very true.
That's a lot, but I hear you.
Yeah.
You gotta ride the line of the taint, Ruben. You gotta be a taint.
But the thing is, Ruben said a whole bunch of stuff I don't think he means either. Oh, when you start talking about what you're not gonna do, I'm like, okay.
See, AJ, I think he believes in his heart, but remember what I was saying? He ain't got that follow through. What did that clip say? You ain't got that dog in you. Like, I don't think you got that dog in you. I think if we put a stethoscope up to your chest, you might have a little hoe in you.
Oh wow, thanks.
Don't be sad. Every dude does.
So, once again, I last week, I think it was last week or the other week, I was like, hey, every dude has been the simp for somebody.
Oh yeah, said that earlier.
There's no immunity to it. Like, the coldest motherfucker you've ever met probably simp for somebody. That's probably why he turned into what he is now.
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, it's just, I don't know. I think I'm different than I was 20 years ago. But you're probably right. I probably couldn't follow through 100%. I'll give myself at least 60.
See, you can't follow through on it, because like at the end of the day, we still easy creatures. So it just takes the right woman to basically lower your defenses by like saying some nice shit to you or like doing something nice to you. Now all of a sudden you just like, oh man, I had this guard up where I was like, I ain't gonna take this shit from nobody. And then you went and said something that made me feel good about myself.
I like the way your shirt looks on you.
So now I'm chasing this feeling forever now because I got to get you to do that again. Like, what do I have to buy or pay for to get you to do that shit for me again? I mean, and that's how it becomes transactional. Yeah. That's how a simp is born.
Yep.
That's how a simp is born.
That's all day, because Lord knows the only thing I mean, shit. What is the statement? All she wanted is something that compliments. I can't remember the first one. Whatever. But man, yeah, you give me a good compliment on a great day, man, shit, I'm done.
I mean, the truth is, all she wants is everything all at the same time.
And one day, that will happen to some people. But today ain't that day. So, appreciate it. Good conversation.
And now for a commercial break.
How you doing? This is Ruben from 5 Minute Warning, and I just wanted to sit here and tell you about JTD Creations. They're the ones that made our shirts and even sweatshirts. They're pretty dope. They can put your logo on anything, shirts, jackets, hoodies, even hats. They also do Stanleys and all this other stuff. Anything you need a logo on, they can put it on. They can do it for 1 or 2 people, or they can do it for a group. It's really up to you. Hit them up on JTD Creations on Facebook. Once again, that's who 5 Minute Warning uses for all of our apparel. And trust me, you will not be disappointed. Once again, hit up JTD Creations if you need a shirt or you need anything for yourself, a family member, or your crew. And let them know that 5 Minute Warning sent you. Have a great one.
And back to the show.
AG, what's on your mind?
Well, just an extension of this. I laughed at myself and I cried at myself, and I'm gonna tell you what happened. Everything that we talk about here, especially tonight, you would think that I would learn. But God put something in you that makes you do things automatically. No matter what the situation is, your mind is going that way. So I'm leaving my place, going to work, mind my business, whatever. And there's a woman that lives in the building, like 4 or 5 buildings down. And it was an older woman. I think she's in her 70s or whatever. And she wants to throw away this end table, like nightstand. And I'm looking at her going, what are you doing? And I'm like, okay, just mind your business. Just keep it moving. I took 3 steps and I was like, you can't do that. Just, stay 20 feet away, ask her if she needs some help. But you can't let this woman do this. And so I was like, ma'am, can I help you? And she's like, yeah, it was a little bit more heavy than I thought. I'll take it. It's fine. He said, are you sure? I'm good. Just don't do this. And it's like, I did it. I went to the dumpster, threw it away, and I was sitting there going, good gravy, you're a simp. As much as I say on this show, man, I'm telling you, discipline matters. Now, my wife didn't feel that way about it. She was like, well, I'm glad you did it, whatever, because you don't need to be like that. And I hear what she's saying. But there was a part of me that died because I failed. I completely failed. I should have let her struggle to that, because what if I wasn't there? What if I wasn't there? She would have had to make the best of it.
How that bill gonna get paid if I ain't here?
Exactly. She would have had to make her way to the dumpster, and it was a nice walk to the dumpster. Now you were a 70-year-old woman trying to, man, that thing was heavy too, because I lifted it. I'm not really expecting much, and I was like, oh, okay, this is substantial. But there was a part of me that died. I promise you it is. It's just like just some other dude doing something for a woman. I'm like, man,
she got your ass.
And she didn't even see me. I said, ma'am, like 5 times. She wasn't even listening.
You sure she didn't see you, AG?
No, because she was on her way by the time I left the door, got out of the door. She was well on her way. She was in the middle of the street with this, on her way to the dumpster, struggling.
She prayed for a man to come and help her out.
Well,
I mean, It is Easter.
Whatever. It wasn't Easter that day, sir. Wasn't even close. I didn't even know if it was April yet. I'm like, man. But anyway, I gotta come with the same energy, bro. I failed. I should have let her struggle. Because what if I wasn't there? So
That's so cold. That's so cold, though.
nah.
AG's like, F that old lady.
No, I'm just saying because, like I said before, like I got my AAA card in the mail, and it was just like the next time I see some woman out there struggling with a flat tire, I'd be like, you should have paid your $190 for AAA, since you don't need nobody. But see, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. I should have let her struggle, man. She probably was stroked out. But I mean, is it really my fault if she strokes out? No. I failed, bro. I failed this show. I failed myself. I failed man.
Failed the show. You didn't fail the show.
It's ridiculous,
We
bro.
helping old ladies, man. We fell in the show now.
You're a nice guy, man.
The brotherhood is so disappointed in you for being a decent human being.
No, because I feel like I can't say the stuff that I say on this show and then help some woman do something she could clearly, well, she thought she could do on her own.
But see, here's the difference, man. And this is my opinion. The difference is, like, as long as you do for your wife like you're supposed to do, then you're fine.
Exactly. I'm not married to her.
Now, if I had done that shit, I would be travesty.
Why?
I'm just saying, man. Why can't we be two things at the same
Sometimes,
time?
man, a part of me died, Mo. A part of me died.
If Tupac could be Thug Life and then say "Dear Mama," like in the same.
Brenda's got a baby.
Like, come on, man. It's okay to be multifaceted, man. It's okay to have dimensions, man.
But it is fair.
You're not a 2D character, AG.
But hold on, man. But to be fair, I mean, I gave Tupac shit for humping around, not humping around, getting around, and then talking about Brenda having a goddamn baby, bitch. Like, you got around and you gave Brenda a baby. What we doing?
They did that the other way around. Though. Brenda's Got a Baby came out before.
Yeah, but then she got that baby because he was getting around. So,
And I don't think he was talking about him. I think he was just,
I guess we'll never know.
The story in the hood, but
we'll never know. But yeah, nah,
Anyway.
man, you good. You good, bro.
Well, like I said,
you're at least not failing the show.
well,
I'm not gonna say that.
anyway, the lady didn't stroke out. I took the nightstand to the. I mean, it was hot. It was getting warm. Like early in the week, it was getting warm, and she was. I was like, I mean,
Nah, man,
like I said,
motherfucker
part of me
hot.
feels like, don't do that, man. Do better. But then there's another part of me that died, man. Just died. I
Man.
was like, you a punk for real.
Come on, man. You were raised by good parents.
I
man.
hear what you're saying, man. And my mom would have been disappointed in me if I let that lady struggle. But there's a part of me that's like, that dude, you just, man, why you gotta be a punk, man? For real. What you doing?
Because, man,
She was gonna
sometimes
make
you
it,
gotta be a
man.
punk.
She was gonna make it.
You gotta be a punk sometimes. to
She
be a
was
pimp.
gonna make it.
You don't know that.
She didn't even have her cane anymore. I think her hip was healing. She's gonna be okay, man. She's gonna be okay. If I'd have been a little bit early or a little bit late leaving for work, then I would have never seen any of this. So I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh.
She was gonna make
Now
it.
we're not helping old ladies across the street, man, because
They grown, man. They grown people. Stop it. They grown. They out there in the street to cross the street. So
shit.
apparently they're okay.
you got it, AG.
You
Anyway.
right, AG. My bad, man. I'm so sorry.
Saying
You a
that.
bitch, son.
Exactly.
That's what happened.
I'm just picturing you like having the imaginary brotherhood watching you from the sideline, shaking their head in disdain, but just
Giving you the thumbs down.
You don't understand how
Shouldn't do
descript that is, sir. Because I felt like, I felt like when I got in the truck and I started up the truck, I was like, you idiot. What in the world, man?
See, that's the problem with our world, man. It's come to shit like this, man, and it made AG just feel all different and shit about being nice.
you have disgraced the honor of the brotherhood.
Exactly. This is not the way. This
Your
is
black
not
card
the
has been
way.
taken.
It's
Oh
still
yeah, that's right.
sympathy.
She was a white woman too. That made it even worse.
Oh shit.
It's sympathy, even if she's 70.
Was she attractive? Or was she just an old white woman?
Yeah, she wasn't attractive. I mean, she just got it for free, man. There was nothing coming back to me. She got it for
I
free.
just want you to know, Ruben, that made you sound like a simp right there too, because you was like, was she attractive? As if AG would have been like, hey, she was the finest 70-year-old I ever see. You would have been like, oh, that's all right then. You know what I'm saying?
That's funny.
I was trying to give him another reason why he wouldn't did it, man. It's like, because if she's attractive, I get you. Like, whatever. I mean,
Don't be encouraging simp behavior. Don't do that. She looks good enough. It's okay. It's okay.
Terrible.
All right. Thank you, AG,
Yes, sir.
for letting down the boat.
I let y'all down. My bad. I should have let her carry it to the dumpster. She grown.
No, what you should have did is like, you should have micromanaged her to the dumpster.
That's
You know you
just
can get that
me.
girl.
That's me.
You got that girl.
Clapping. Like, you got it. You got it.
You know what? One more step. Work that hip out. Nah, I couldn't do that to her. I couldn't do that. I would just get in the car and mind my business. And actually, you know what? There's only one good thing about this. If I would have gotten the car, she would have been blocking my way forever. I would have had to go through the grass to get out. So that did work out for me.
You did that for you.
No, actually, I just thought about that right now. She'd have been in my way for like 20 minutes.
See, we tried to give you a way out.
I know, right?
There's no
You
way
wanna
out of
take
this.
it.
There's no way out of this. Lethal injection, sir. There's no way out of this.
God damn, we sent you to the death, like
Bruh.
death for
Same
the old
energy.
lady out. Like,
Same energy, sir. Same energy.
Oh shit! Man, this is
Failed.
awesome.
This is not the way. Anyway.
I mean, shit, man. AG just turned into Darth Vader. Went from Luke Skywalker to Darth Vader, just like that.
But the thing is, I didn't get to the dark side. Man, I searched my feelings and I was conflict. It was conflict, man. It was conflict.
Oh shit. Mo B, man, what's on your mind? Jesus.
hey, look, man. I think kids need to listen to the radio more. Hear me out. Hear me out. Because I realize like how creative your imagination gets by the radio. And, you know, everything is so right in front of them. Everything is like visual. They got FaceTime when they talk to each other because, like, God forbid you talk to somebody that you can't visually see in the moment. And the reason this hit me is because I was in the radio and a commercial came on and I had the most creative, imaginative thought that had nothing to do with the commercial. And I realized this is the power of radio because, like, I can hear something, but I don't have any visual representation to tell me what this is supposed to be representing. So I get to create it on my own. So I'll tell you what I heard. It's the Bluebell ice cream theme song. And it's like a country song, and the lady says the good old days are being made right now. That's what they're talking about, the ice cream. But all I could picture was like a whole bunch of like ice people with their ice vest on, going to brown neighborhoods and getting rid of people, saying the good old days are being made right now. And then I realized, I'm like, this is the power of radio. Like, it's this type of creativity I couldn't have got from seeing an actual white lady sitting on a farm eating some ice cream. No, I created this in my own mental mind.
Jesus Christ.
But every time I hear it now, I won't be able to unsee the visual that I created for myself. Every time she says the good old days are being made right now, I'm just like, yeah, that's pretty much what some old white person saying right now. Every time these brown people get kicked out, they're like, yep, good old days are being made right now. So I was just like, man, you know what? That's the problem with our kids right now. They ain't got no imagination. Like, you remember how much we used to play outside as kids where we were just playing in our imagination? You know how many X-Men characters I was just in the field with some random people fighting?
Just in the random field fight.
I mean, just at a park and getting mad at that kid that always said he had like 15,000 superpowers. It's like, bro, you can't have all the powers. It's like you're supposed to be a mutant, not God. Like, what are we doing?
Oh God. Oh God.
You're taking me back
man.
to a good time, sir.
Exactly. It's a time.
Florida.
Creativity, man. Creativity. Kids need to listen to radio, man. They need to get off the YouTubes and the top ticking and the InstaFace.
The Instagram.
The InstaFace and the Facegrams. We got to get off all this, man. We just need some people sitting in front of a radio listening to somebody tell some bullshit ass audiobook story and be like, kids, this is what we used to have to do back in the day. Now this is even before my audiobook. This is before my time too. But you know what? I can lie. I can tell these kids this is what I grew up with.
I can lie. And by the way, you can't call out audiobooks either. You can't call out audiobooks because you pay for that subscription, sir.
You're right, but they don't have to know that. I can be like, hey, this time, you know what I'm saying? They just told stories over the radio.
Oh my God.
And we just had to figure out what was going on. And then like, you know what? Baseball sounds way more entertaining on the radio. I'm gonna let you, because like if you're watching baseball and like you don't really understand sports and everything, it sounds like it's a lot of motherfuckers standing around. But on the radio, the dudes be talking. Like I'm telling you, man, the kids just need to listen to radio, man. We need to get imagination back in these kids, man. And I figured that out just by listening to a Bluebell ice cream commercial, creating a fake ice commercial in my head. Seeing some white people in some ice vests doing a raid, and some old man in the background going, the good old days are being made right now.
Now it sounds so racist now.
All day. It sounds racist.
So Bluebell ice cream is Make America Great Again.
That's exactly what it. And look, it's like a like a folk country music thing, the way she's singing it too. So I'm just like, yo, this is America. There's no A in there. It's just America right here.
Oh my god!
Good old days being made right now.
Every time I go to the grocery store, I can't unhear it now. I can't unhear it.
Jesus.
Oh man!
Thank you, Moby, for that.
He said, "Thank you, Moby, for that."
You're welcome.
Because he got 15,000 superpowers.
You knew that one kid that was always.
But really, in that kid's defense, you were probably playing in his yard.
I mean, maybe, but look,
Home field advantage, motherfucker.
Exactly.
I'm just saying, just because Zach had the bigger yard doesn't mean he gets to have all the fucking power.
Zach and
that's
Billy.
exactly what it means, sir.
Can't fuck around, have super speed, and be the Hulk. Like, come on, bro. Like,
The Hulk can jump from planet to planet, man.
Yeah, but you can't be Flash and Hulk. Come on, man. You gotta pick one. They're not even in the same comic book realm.
You were in Zach's yard. It can absolutely happen.
Oh God.
Just
Zach
saying.
is a bitch.
Good gravy. Okay.
Wow.
I mean, he might have been my friend in elementary school, but I mean, on retrospect, Zach had a lot of
Man.
bitch tendency.
You know, really? Is that what
I'm
we're
just
doing?
saying.
He had
He had a lot of
15,000
big
superpowers,
tendencies.
man. I
As
think
the
you're just
famous,
hating on Zach right now.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I mean, just because I'm hating on him doesn't mean he wasn't in fact a bitch, though. Like, both can be true, AG.
As the Beastie Boy said, if I knew it would have been this kind of party, I'd have stuck my dick in the mashed potatoes.
And in all fairness, if for some reason Zach Copeland comes across
Government name, man. Come on.
fuck all that. Like, I just think, I don't know, you're the only Zach I've ever known. You know what I'm saying? Like, if for some reason Zach Copeland comes across this, yeah, you was a bitch
Wow.
35 years ago. You know what I'm saying?
That's just mean. Why are you out here being mean, man?
Yo.
Come on, man. You just
That was
see,
Moby saying that shit, not Ruben.
That's cold, man. That dude's
That's
yard
cool.
was nice, I bet you, man. Just hey, that's the price to pay.
And his mom was the first person that gave me a pizza roll because that was some white people shit. I didn't know what pizza rolls were.
Oh, that's that Zach. You mentioned this kid before.
Yeah,
Because his mom worked the night, right? Didn't his mom work the night shift or something?
That was just different. That's a different character. That's GJ.
Oh, okay, my bad.
GJ. Oh,
But yeah,
Jesus.
Zach's a real person. I didn't just think of the first white name I could think of. That's a real person.
You had to get this whole government out here.
I'm just saying, man, like context matters, man. I just want, Zach was,
It wouldn't
Zach
have
was
mattered, sir. You were
I'm
just
saying, Zach
angry.
was my boy, but I didn't
Was he
want-
really your boy?
I said he was. I said
Okay.
in past tense. I ain't seen Zach in like 30 plus years, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I know some peoples that I used to fuck with don't really fuck with Zach. Because they said, you know what I'm saying? They said he had a lot of bitch tendencies. So, I mean, you know, if a man Chris said Zach turned into a bitch, I'm just going to have to take Chris' word. He was more from the Georgia thing. I wasn't.
Local Cowboy said Zach knows he sucks.
Now you mentioning people, you throwing everybody under the bus behind this one dude, man.
Oh, my God.
In all fairness, I don't think Chris would have a problem calling him a bitch either, because he's the one that told me.
Wow.
This is so funny.
Why did we start with this?
He Nino Brown in this dude, man. Oh my goodness.
Oh, my God.
Oh,
So-
that's hilarious.
But the pizza rolls were hitting though, and I was just like,
I
hey,
love
this,
those. I love them.
this some shit that we can adopt right here. I was like, you know,
I fuck with pizza rolls.
I'm just saying, I went home to my mom and I'm just like, hey, what's up with these little balls of pizza goodness in it, man? Like, you
Even
slapping
KB
on your pimping right now. Like, he threw these things in the microwave and they came out great.
KB, I can say, remember how some of the pizza rolls were super hot and some were still frozen? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's part of it, though, man. It just happens so fast,
No.
and you get 100 in a box or something ridiculous, man. It's so good. So
I still get them shits.
So
Every now and then.
they're awful.
And then
but
when
they're so good.
when you a rookie too, and you just bite into them too aggressively.
in the
that
top,
sauce,
yeah.
that hot
Your whole
sauce
mouth
squirt.
get burnt.
Yeah, I'm saying you got 3rd-degree burns in your mouth now.
A layer of the roof of your mouth is going down your throat. Absolutely, yeah.
And Mocha Cowboy, I will answer that question for you. Yes, you can make them in the air fryer now. Yes.
Oh, that's even better.
Oh, that's
Stop
damn,
it.
That sounds good.
So none of them are frozen anymore. It's awesome. Are you done, Moby?
No, I'm just gonna let you know, Ruben. Nothing made you sound more single than the fact that you know pizza rolls can go in the air
I never
fryer. Nothing made you sound more. I don't think you've ever said anything that made you sound more single on this show.
Actually, it
It's
made him sound like a
single.
single mom, as far as I'm concerned. To be honest,
Single.
Whoa.
I'm just saying, bro. That's some time savers, man. It makes you taste like you can cook, but you really can't cook
I
because
mean,
you
I
put
was
it in
cool
there.
being single. I don't need to be a single mom.
I'm
What the
just
fuck,
saying,
bro?
I'm just saying.
Hurt my feelings.
I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings, man, but that's single mom kind of thing.
I
man.
do
I'm
have a
just saying.
sidebar question. How long you gotta have them in the air fryer?
Depends.
Like 10 minutes.
No, it depends.
Depends on
It
what.
depends.
What's it depends on?
It depends on if you buy the good Tortino pizza rolls or you buy the store joint.
I
If you
just
buy the
wanted to
store-
see if you were going to double down on your pizza roll knowledge, and which you did. You didn't disappoint me. Thank you, sir.
Hold on. First of all, I'm not going to just double down. I'm going to triple down. Yes, it's like 3 minutes and 30 seconds if you put like 15 in there.
That's all?
Yeah.
Wow, that's just.
It's a great
man.
meal, bro.
It really is.
If
I'm
you
not
want
mad at
pizza, but you don't want to get a whole big pizza, nah, man. You get that, it's like $6. You get like
Honestly,
50 for $6.
I feel like I'd rather have Tostinos than a real pizza. It sounds like much more fun. Now you're gonna get an extra bowl of chips. Oh my
Hey,
goodness, stop
don't
it.
sleep on the Kroger brand either. Pretty solid. But get the combination, the
This
pepperoni.
motherfucker
It's
just did a quadruple double.
damn straight, but hey, man, if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna do it all the way, right?
Hey,
Like,
ain't mad at it. Because don't they have like the pepperoni and the sausage too? Don't they have sausage in there? One?
yeah,
That's what I thought. Yep,
yeah, man.
I'm down.
It's pretty solid.
I'm down.
Yeah, man. So if the wife's out and you don't want to really cook, man, go to the grocery store and get some of them, bro.
No, I'm gonna cook. In fact, I did my own fried rice today. It was killer too.
I'm pretty
Good.
sure I can't do the pizza rolls anymore, but I remember that there were some good memories when I was a kid. Them pizza rolls.
I bet. Good times.
Can you imagine being like 8, having your first pizza roll?
Yeah.
Like your friends like, hey, my mom made some peach rolls, and I'm just like,
nah, man.
Look at these little. What do you mean pizza rolls? Like you mean it's a whole pizza in this little motherfucker?
That's funny that you say that. What's gonna happen is you're gonna get pissed because your friend's gonna give you the hot one, and when you bite into it, expecting something that's gonna burn your fucking mouth.
It all tasted like magic to me, Ruben.
It kind of was.
It all tasted like magic to me.
Because a lot of this stuff we didn't really have in our house, but when I got grown and got a job, and I had all this money.
Oh, I didn't have it in my house either.
Man,
that's some grown shit.
But see, you could get like Hot Pockets were my thing. Hot Pockets, I love Hot Pockets. When I got to the point to where I could, plop down $40 for seemed like endless Hot Pockets, bro. I felt like I made it.
Nope. Vienna sausage, potted meat, syrup sandwiches.
Wow, dang, Ruben. Sound like y'all was in a depression, bro.
I'm gonna let you know, man. We've talked about it before, but to this day, I have no idea how or why I like Vienna sausage.
Them shits are nasty now, man.
I look at them. If I look at it now, I go, "What the fuck was I ever doing?" But when I was a kid, my mom swears I was all about them little hot dogs. She said that's what I called them when I was real little. And I'm just like, why would you do that to me? Like, we weren't living that bad. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it did save her some money, for sure.
I realized that, AG. But you know what, man? I'm going to say it. I love my kids more than that, man. I'm not doing it for my kids. I ain't got to.
He said, I love my kids more. Oh my God. So your mama didn't love you for real?
Shit, I don't know what our financial situation was, but first of all, I don't know if my kids have ever tasted Vienna sausage because I was like,
shit, no.
If I don't give them a taste of that narcotic. They can never get on.
Hey, give them some potted meat. $5, they don't eat it.
Oh no, my kids. Look, I have been blessed to have like bougie kids, taste bud wise. They talking about they eat shrimp tacos. My dog.
I remember that. You were pissed. You were pissed.
I'm just like, I ain't even know fucking shrimp could be. Fuck, I ain't even remember eating shrimp when I was your age, but I didn't even know you could put this bitch on a taco.
Well, I had something the other day, man. It was fucking awesome.
Oh, I do too. But what I'm saying is, like, when I was their age, shrimp. I wouldn't have had the caucasity.
The caucasity. You sound like Cat Williams now.
Wow.
From the planet Caucasus.
All right.
So hilarious.
Jeez. You good? You good, Moby?
I'm good, man.
All right. Thank you.
Good old days.
Wait a minute. I got one question for him, though. Did you ever put any heat on the Vienna sausages, or you just eat them straight out of the can?
Out of the can, man.
I'm going to let you know, AG, this is going to be a super honest response. I truly believe I've blocked it out, so I can't even tell you. I truly believe that I blocked the memory. I don't know if I ate them hot. I don't know if I ate them cold. I know I ate them.
But you said you blocked it out.
I remember the cans. I remember the smell.
Yeah,
but it's like my memory just cuts off right there because it's just like we don't want to go back to that moment. You know what I'm saying? I'm recovering from my trauma, dog. You know what I'm saying?
PTSD.
Oh my God.
I had to ask, but anyway, okay.
I had two traumas when I was a kid: Vienna sausage and Miracle Whip.
Yeah, I remember Miracle Whip. I thought, oh man, it's wonderful.
I still fucks with Miracle Whip.
I don't, and I'm gonna tell you because I didn't eat mayonnaise till I was almost an adult because my dad fucked with Miracle Whip. And my mom kept getting Miracle Whip, so I tasted Miracle Whip when I was little, and I just
that was
figured,
mayonnaise.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I just don't like fucking mayonnaise.
Exactly.
And then one day, I inadvertently ate some mayonnaise on something. I'm like, what the fuck is this on there?
You had
like
some
mayonnaise.
Dukes.
I'm like, what the fuck? This ain't mayonnaise. I've tasted some nasty ass mayonnaise. Like, no, it's right here. I'm just like, you lying heifer.
Wow.
You need to stop calling your mother.
Hold on. I wasn't talking about my mom in that moment.
Okay. Just making sure.
I was talking about the girl who introduced me to mayonnaise.
Oh.
Not that I should have called her that, but that's how I felt.
I was gonna say, does that make it any better?
I was going to say, what?
That's how I felt. That's how I felt in the moment. Like, this fraudulent heifer is trying to fake me out. This is not. And then I looked and I was like, all these years, I've been thinking I'm eating mayonnaise when this is Miracle Whip.
And that shit ain't mayonnaise.
I just don't fucks with the Miracle Whip.
Oh shit! This shit is gone.
It's a lot of failure tonight, man. A lot of failure.
I'm sorry, man.
And we're not done.
I know, right?
So, if you let me talk about my trauma, I'll go on, man.
Nah,
I'm
don't do
healing,
that.
okay? Heal it.
So, is that it, Moby?
Yeah, I'm
You
done.
good? You sure? I'm just making sure,
Positive.
man. I want you to get it out.
There's always more, sir. You just move on.
This is a place of healing. So, I want to go back to earlier in the show. 2 things. First of all, happy Easter. Well, I think it's 3 things. First thing, happy Easter. Sorry, I didn't say it at the beginning of the show. Or happy, we got an hour left to Easter. Second, so first of all, Melanie joined us today. And back when we were talking about the bill situation, about, paying a bill, Moco Cowboy put up, which bill you talking about? Because I guess there's a difference between bills that if you start paying, one's okay and one's not. I don't know where the fuck that shit comes from, but whatever. Because my thing is, you pay one bill, you about to pay it some more. And then Melanie Foster, I said, I was like, was that as in, yeah, I never thought about that before. Or, yeah, I guess it doesn't matter which bill you pay for. It could be the rent, it could be whatever. And I was just kind of like, I don't know if Melanie's still out there, but I'm kind of curious what the was for, because I'm
What
like,
did Riley on Boondock say? You paying. You paying for it.
Can't tell you how much I missed that show. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I think it's a fair statement to say the Boondocks might have been some of the realest shit on TV. Because Riley says a whole bunch of shit that we be thinking.
I'm just saying,
I'll
stand on it. There's never been a greater animated comedy than Boondocks.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion. Never.
And Riley was voiced by Regina King. Just in case you didn't know. So yeah, I was just curious. Maybe she's not here anymore, or maybe she doesn't remember what she was talking about. But I was just like, we thinking about what bill you should ask for? Like, okay. I was a little taken aback by that. But the biggest thing I want to talk about very quickly is, look, man, I guess music is mad at us as people. And, because, back in the day when they had music openings for like Monday Night Football, blah, blah, blah. And it used to be, recently it was Carrie Underwood on, I think she's on NBC, right? So Monday Night Football is Snoop. Word. No problem. All good. And I would say that Carrie Underwood is at least, I may not care about the music, but at the very least, it's excitable. It gets you kind of moving. She could tell she's singing with some passion or whatever. And then, of course, Snoop, everything he does is passionate, and he gets you hyped, whatever. So, on college basketball, on TBS, there's this country guy singing. I do not know who he is. But the song that he's singing, at least for me, doesn't remotely get me hyped up for watching any type of fucking basketball. And I'm kind of just like, I guess it wasn't like super exciting. It was kind of melodic, but it's not like, I guess it's more like Michael Jordan listening to, who did they say he listened to? Kenny Lattimore before playing basketball. Like, what the fuck? You're the few, and okay, whatever. You're one of the greatest players ever. Listen to the fuck you want to listen to. That ain't me. So, once again, I'm sitting there and I'm kind of, the guy's playing the thing for NCAA tournament, and I'm just like, it doesn't hit me to the point where I'm excited to watch this game. Because I'm not. I'm excited because it's basketball, but this guy has just like ruined a lot of excitement. And I say that to say this, right? I feel like it was punishment. Because hey man, when it's all said and done, you know, back in the day, they've had many people do your Sunday night footballs, your Monday night footballs. You know, NBC likes a certain thing. ESPN is into the rap culture, you know, the hip hop culture with their stuff intros. You know, if you watch SportsCenter and you see the clips, they're always, a lot of them are always the music is always hip hop for the most part. And there's always people that you don't know, but then you realize 6 months later, holy shit, that song's crazy. So shout out to ESPN for doing that. Yeah, man. Whoever does TBS TNT, y'all need to fire the music producer, because that dude, I mean, I guess he might get you hyped up for like a bar mitzvah or something, but I was just like, I don't want to watch any sport after listening to this shit. So, and I'm not, it's just my opinion. You go watch it and you tell me what you think about it. Once again, I don't know who the dude is. I just know he's a white dude with a long beard, with a banjo or some shit. Like, I wasn't excited at all.
Maybe they're just trying to appeal to a certain segment of the audience.
Exactly. And that's exactly what I'm saying. And I'm telling them to stop doing that because the rest of us hate it. So.
You said this for the NCAA tournament?
Yeah, for the men's NCAA tournament. It's like, I was like, you know. It's like, I don't know. I almost said like watching a Kid Rock concert, but I'm not sitting here trying to say that guy's that bad. I'm just saying, like, you know, it just wasn't exciting to me. You know, back in the day when Bar with the Bar used to excite some energy, and now, you know, 20 years later, Bar with the Bar does nothing to make me want to change channel. So, all I'm saying is, don't be Michael Jordan, please. Kenny Lattimore was that dude. The rest of us like exciting shit, like, to listen to before we get hyped, you know. Now, if you one of the greatest players in the world and you listen to some slow jam shit, don't tell nobody. Lie. Like, it's okay. You know, because I'm telling you, like, if somebody's sitting here before a game listening to End of the Road, yeah, we got some problems. Like, Boys and Men breakup songs probably isn't what you want to be listening to before that. And if I'm correct, I mean, Mo, y'all might know better. Kenny Lattimore had like, what, 5 tracks? So I don't know what the fuck song. He was listening to the same 5 songs.
I can't remember any Kenny Lattimore song. I just remember I don't think any song that he's ever done would inspire anyone to bop their head the way Michael Jordan was bopping his head in that clip in the last band when he was doing it. I'm just like, nigga, you listening to something else. or you've been hanging around a certain segment of your audience so long that you forgot how to be on rhythm too.
Because, hey man, last time I don't remember Kenny Lattimore having a lot of up-tempo tracks. It was a lot of bit shit, like, but whatever, you know. Shout out to Kenny Lattimore. I mean,
shout out? Are you serious right now?
I mean, like, yo, hey man,
Okay.
if you had told me I had music and one of the greatest players on the planet listened to my music, fuck yeah, I'd be like, hey, you can say what you want about me. Michael Jordan listened to my shit. That's all I need.
Okay, I had to listen to what you were talking about on that college basketball thing. It's Give It Away by Zach Brown Band. And it's just so funny because I wasn't talking about that Zach being a bitch, because I don't know that Zach Brown. I don't know Zach Brown. Which, see, now it's important that I said Zach Copeland's last name, so we know, so the audience knows that I'm not talking about that individual.
I'm calling this episode Zach Copeland. That's what the episode's called. God, protect the innocent, man. Protect the innocent. But yeah, that's all I got. I mean, what do you think about the song, Moby, since you listened to it?
I'm gonna agree with you. It doesn't necessarily make me think any athletic feat is about to happen. Especially, was it on NBC?
No, it was on TNT and TBS.
Yeah, that's the problem, man. We've just been so programmed with like great iconic songs like NBC, the NBA on NBC. That's such an iconic music that like it just like Monday Night Football was the old iconic song. Like they just ain't got the energy, man. And that song didn't inspire anything for me as well. So I'm gonna agree with you on that. Like I don't know who they was trying to get hype up for that.
Probably the snail that's on the ground. Hey, look, Zach Brown Band. Give them their props, man. They good at what they do.
I don't have nothing against them.
That ain't it, though. That ain't it. But hey, somebody pays you to sing a song. You just got paid to sing a song. Get your money.
Somebody thought that song was it. Some white man who got paid a lot of money was probably like, "Hey, man, this song gets me inspired every morning."
Yep, fire that guy.
Wow, that guy's probably the one.
I'm sorry. Don't fire him.
He's trying to get more people to engage with the sport that look like him.
Move Zach Brown Band to hockey. Do that. Shout out to Zach Brown Band. But
you can't shit on the song and then say shout out.
That's exactly what my point was. He did it twice. He's done this twice. I'm like, really, bro? Come on, man.
Hey, how many people in this world have shouted out Kenny Lattimore? Like, let's be real. Nobody knows that Kenny Lattimore still exists except for hearing it on that show.
I'm pretty sure he got a fan base, man. He was significant enough where he got some fans. Just because you, me, or AG don't know any of them, don't mean they not out there.
Well, we know one, Michael Jordan.
Sure.
I mean, I'm pretty sure Shantae Moore's not a fan of Kenny Lattimore, though. But that's a story from a whole bunch of none of my business. But yeah, that's all I'm saying. Like, if we're doing music for athletic events, make me wish I was there. Or at least make me ready to listen to it, not put me to sleep. Or make me want to do something else. Like, that's all I'm asking. So,
music is subjective, buddy. I'm sure somebody listens to that song and gets hype.
I mean, hey, look, man. Once again, Kenny Lattimore got one person hyped. I guess anybody can get hyped over anything.
I mean, Michael Jordan was bobbing his head obscene to that too.
You thought he in the club with that shit.
I was like, bro, what are you? Kenny Lattimore ain't got no track that do that. None.
Well, that's subjective. You just said it was subjective. Apparently to him. Lying. Apparently to him.
I really hope he was lying.
Why would he lie about that?
Nah,
man, because as Moby said, there is no fast Kenny Lattimore track that's worth all that.
Maybe his way of getting ready is to calm down.
He thought saying that he was listening to an unreleased Kenny Lattimore album was a flex.
Unreleased.
And you and me are going,
never got released.
Why? Why was that the flex?
Of all the flexes you could have put out there in 1993, you put that? Yeah, buddy.
I thought it was 96, but
whatever. Doesn't really matter. Ever.
That's cool.
And honestly, I thought Kenny Lattimore was in the 80s, which is even worse. So, I mean, you call it code, I call it necessary.
Once again, I don't know. I can't even think of a Kenny Lattimore song, to be honest. So,
bruh, once again, the only reason I even know who Kenny Lattimore is because the Shantae Moore situation. That is it. Like, I don't know a song that he's ever written. Well, he's never sung. I'm pretty sure he's written some shit. But I don't know nothing about that guy, except that there were altercations with his ex-wife. So, with that being said, we're going to move on from stuff that's not our business, and we'll go ahead and close this out. We appreciate y'all for listening to our show tonight. Bro, he's dumb.
Isn't that Kenny Lattimore? He's my friend.
I can't with him. I can't. Well, thanks for listening to a brand new episode of 5 Minute Warning. Once again, we are here every Sunday, 9 p.m. until we get up off of this bitch. Hey, tell a friend, tell an enemy, just tell someone about us. Of course, like I just said, join us live on Twitch and YouTube. And you know, if you can't join us live, listen to the podcast on wherever you get your podcast, including Audible. Audible. And of course, thank you to JTD Creations. Hey, if you need something, check their Facebook page. The word on the street is they're getting a website soon. I'm excited, so we can put that up there. But with that being said, you know, check them out. They make anything for you, shirts. They will decorate cups and all that. So good stuff. That's where we get our shirts from. But once again, thank you for joining us. Thank you, Moby. Thank you, AG. We will be back next Sunday. And hey, we appreciate you too. So once again, as always, peace, love, hair grease, soul, and deuces.
Email us at 5minutewarning19@gmail.com. And also leave comments on Facebook and Twitch. Search 5 Minute Warning. Contact us on Twitter at AG_FMW podcast, at Newsman25, at FMW 2019. Contact us on Instagram, Moby 5 Minute Warning, AG_5 Minute Warning, Newsman25. You can listen to the podcast at Apple Podcast, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcast. Thank you for listening. This has been another episode of
The 5 Minute Warning.
I be telling these dudes, if you can't afford the maintenance, don't test drive the car.
Well, damn, bitch. If I don't test drive, how else would I know if it's a good ride? See? Good thing I'm in the car business, and I did my due diligence and pulled up your whole facts. Your whole facts said you've been rearing and the body's been damaged to the point where it's been considered a total loss. I done checked your ACV, which is your actual cooch value. It was considered a salvage title.
So Riley said the N-word before you did that morning.
He says it every morning. He calls me nigga. He calls the other kids nigga. He calls himself nigga all the time. Nigga this, nigga that. Nigga please. Bitch nigga. Nigga, have you lost your mind? Nigga, check that hoe. Nigga, you bullshitting. Break yourself, nigga. He says it so much I don't even notice it anymore. Last week in lunch, Riley says to a classmate, "Can a nigga borrow a French fry?" And my first thought wasn't, oh my God, he said the word, the N-word. It was, now how is a nigga gonna borrow a fry? Nigga, is you gonna give it back? I'm telling you, my inside voice didn't talk like that before he got in my class.
Sometimes you see a video and it just hits so close to home that it's spot on.
Did anyone else grow up thinking that they hated mayonnaise? So anytime you went to a restaurant and you ordered a sandwich, you specifically requested no mayonnaise until one day you forgot to do it, and the sandwich came as the most delicious thing you'd ever tasted in your life. You're like, oh my gosh, what's this sauce? It's so good. And they're like, mayonnaise. And you're like, then why doesn't it taste terrible? And it turns out your mom just bought Miracle Whip and called it mayonnaise, so you spent 15 years hating something that you loved.